Bucket Boys podcast. Bow, 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 bow. I'm going to stop doing that, I think but I really like it. All right, reset.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Okay. Starting now?
Starting right now.
Okay.
I'm a changed man.
I get it.
And welcome to the Bucket Boys podcast. I'm your host, Gunnar Cain. This is my best buddy in the whole world, Zak Rector.
Hey, gang.
Hey, gang. Zoinks.
I'm going to stop doing that.
What, saying hi?
Hey, gang.
Hey, gang. Was that the first time you've ever done it?
No, I've said it before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I went back and watched one episode. I was like, I am a dork.
This is the Bucket Boys podcast. This is a show where you send in topics, we put them in the bucket, pull them out, and talk about them. It's a very fun show. Appreciate everybody listening. If you are listening and you want your topics in the bucket, email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. Find us on TikTok. Watch some cool clips at Bucket Boys Pod. And on YouTube and Instagram at the Bucket Boys Podcast. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, rate us and review us. It helps get us in the algorithm.
Even if it's bad. Just
yeah, say bad stuff. Don't say bad stuff, but if you do want to say bad stuff, you're more than welcome. We just like being reviewed.
Say bad stuff, but also give a good rating.
Yeah. Or give us a bad rating and then say something really nice so I can dispute it and get it to a 5-star.
Gunnar just likes going to litigation.
I do like to dispute things. Hell yeah, dude. What have you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Yesterday, we had our Car Club's official season opener event. Mm-hmm. It was a great time. It was a good time getting together with everybody. We were out to Bear Chase Brewery. Shout out to them in Bluemont, Virginia, I think is where it was. Either way, it's up on here in Virginia, we call them mountains.
Sure.
Out where you're from in the West, I'm sure you have molehills is maybe what you call them, but
I think our foothills are taller than the mountains.
Probably.
Than the Blue Ridge Mountains.
It doesn't matter.
Blue Ridge Mountains are older.
Okay.
So they may have been taller at one point.
Nice. But either way, it's got a nice overlook of the area, and it's real rural out there, so it's very pretty.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, it was kind of cloudy, so it wasn't, the sun beating down on us all day. It was nice. It was a good time.
It is something with like the mountains here on the East Coast where it's like you get to the top and it's still green and pretty and warm and
there's no snow up there.
Yeah, when you get out, that is the major difference. Like when you go to the top of a mountain in Colorado, it's snowing, it's cold as shit, and yeah, I can say it. And man, I do this every time.
It's okay.
We're just never going to get anywhere.
We're not monetized anyway.
Cuss all the time. It's good because I'm cussing. You stink.
That was really bad.
That was a bad one.
I tell you what, I looked at our camera last second. I was like, oh, I got to go right over top of this. And then I panicked. I was afraid I was going to hit the camera.
That was a bad shot.
It's okay. The folks at home are used to it.
Yeah, I'm debating. I have a glass bottle right now. And
Fuck it.
Fuck it. I'm debating it. It's either going to sound real cool on camera or I'm going to make it.
I'm down for whatever. Also, there is a wine bottle in the bottom of that can, so it could sound awesome either way.
It could sound awesome either way. All right. Yeah, we'll do it. But yeah, it's just snow and it's so cold. But
isn't there snow on the peaks of those mountains like year round?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, it does warm up enough to. It's still cold, but it gets too warm to have snow.
Yeah, I feel like I went out there. Maybe it was summertime. I don't know, but I went out there. I was like just blown away that there was snow on the tops of the mountains with what the temperature was.
Oh yeah, it's
outside.
like 82 degrees where you're at, and you see snow on mountains.
But that was my little brain not able to comprehend the elevation that I was looking at. How high those mountains were.
They're high, man.
Yeah. So you're talking about Colorado a lot. Is there a reason for that?
That was weird. You could just be like, hey, you went.
Here's the thing. Ever since we started doing this, I got dreams of being a VJ. I want to work for MTV one day. And ask horribly leading questions.
I can't wait for DRL to have an opening.
My VJ name will be Fat Zach.
He's gonna be your co-host, Lion Kev. I'll never get into that story, but that was so funny.
That's one for us. We'll tell it on Patreon.
Like my co-host astutely asked. Yeah, I was in Denver for the week, and we brought the family out, and it was phenomenal. Well, talking about the temperature change, so we're in Denver, and it was like 77 degrees, right? Mm-hmm. And we go up to Pikes Peak, and it was -8.
What?
Yeah, that's the difference.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean,
did you have to like bundle up in 77 degrees to prepare for -8?
Well, here's the thing. So like it's so hot, people are at the base. Like we took this thing called the Cogs train.
Okay.
Up. Right? That was phenomenal. The train, shout out to them. Cogs train's the best.
Is it like an old school train?
No, they actually got new trains. So they shut down for COVID. And then they were like, well, we'll never come back. And some guy donated $100 million to save the thing.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they rebuilt the entire track. They got new trains. It's just incredible.
You love to see people with money doing things like that with it.
Doing good.
Instead of, never mind. Keep going, please.
Yeah. And so we took the train up. And it was dope, man. It was, what was I saying? Oh,
took the train.
So we're at the bottom, right? And Chelsea, we weren't gonna bring our jackets because it was so hot. And we're like, we're gonna be fine. We'll just go into the inside place. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab these jackets just in case. So she ran back to the car, grabbed everybody's jackets. We got there, it was -8, and she saved our lives.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good. So you just needed a light jacket?
No. We had a heavy jackets.
Yeah, -8 is cold.
Well, and it's windy up there, and so it's just like, I mean, from the train to the outlook isn't very far.
Okay,
but it's still like there were 4 feet of snow on top of the mountain.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So, and how long does it take to get from the bottom to the top on that train?
Hour.
So within an hour, you can experience.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 3-hour thing. So it's an hour and a half to get up.
Okay.
And then 30 minutes. No, it's.
Do they do like a little?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's like an hour and a half to get up. Hour 15 maybe. 45 minutes to an hour in the thing, and then back down. It's like 30 minutes. 45 minutes, I'll say.
So within 3 to 4 hours, you can experience 2 completely different climates.
Absolutely, yeah. Because so everybody's cold as shit, and then they come down and they're still bundled up and they're getting out and they're just sweating because it's still 80 degrees.
That's like going to an ice rink. You know, if you just want to go ice skating, it's cold as hell on the ice.
Yeah, but when you're skating, you're sweating. So you're so hot.
If you're playing hockey. But if you're just like, we used to go to the skating rink as a kid when I was a kid and just skate around. And
I'm only out there to fucking hit deeks on them, dude.
Hitting deeks.
Yeah, dude.
I wish I had gotten more into ice hockey when I was a kid. My mom got me into it because I had expressed interest in skating, and like I'd gotten pretty good at ice skating at that age. I was like 9, so she signed me up for like a rec league hockey team. But it was the gear is so expensive. Like just just to even get introduced to the sport, and like we weren't in a place that we could afford. I was playing baseball up until that point, and even that, she was like, "You need a new bat? What's wrong with the one I got when you were 6?"
Right.
But hockey is like, you played for a long time. You got the skates, you got the pads, you got the stick, you got.
The worst is goalie. Like you can get around with. With the stick, you break a stick, you're out. At least $150.
Yeah. Yeah, and
depending on what positions you play, you need multiple sticks. Mm-hmm. So like I have 2 sticks, but I know people with like 4 or 5 sticks.
Yeah. I got 2. We should do some little shooting.
I'll shoot on you.
I think I got a ball somewhere.
Oh, you want to play street hockey? I don't have street stuff.
What?
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
I got gloves.
Okay.
That I do have. Me and my brother got into. We were like, we should buy hockey gear and start playing street hockey. And I built a net out of PVC pipe and chicken wire.
Hell yeah.
And we bought sticks and gloves, and we
You're
played.
just running around.
We played for one day, that afternoon.
Absolutely.
And then gave it up. That's the epitome.
It's because you're running.
Yeah. But that's the epitome.
I meant nothing by that, by the way, but it's true.
Yeah, when you don't run for a long time, running is a lot. But that was the epitome of like, this would be cool to do. Oh, we're adults. We can do whatever we want. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. We spent maybe $200 total for everything.
Yeah.
A couple hours building the net and putting it all together. And we just shot out in front of the house for like 4 hours.
Can you shoot?
Yeah.
You can shoot?
Slap shots I'm okay. Wrist shots I kind of struggle with a little bit.
I can't hit a slap shot to save my fucking
life. Oh, really?
No.
So that's another thing. I haven't skated and shot in a long time, so that'd probably be a whole different story.
Yeah, I can't hit a slap shot. It's something about it I just can't. I can do a wristy, no problem.
I think it's because I expect so much of myself with a wrist shot. Like I expect to be able to place it exactly where I want it, and that's just not. That's not how that works. So I get really frustrated. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll just slap shot.
Yeah,
because I can place a slap shot pretty well.
No, I can't do that. Is it a fast one? Is it actually fast?
I feel like I rip a little bit. Cool. I don't know. We'd have to check it out. We'll throw down a little bit.
We'll throw down a little bit. So anyway, I'm out there for a week with the family. It was great. Let's see, it was just mainly in the city. We stayed in the city, just on the outskirts of the city, city park area, and then it was incredible, man. It was so good to be home. We did the city. I did some spots.
Very cool.
That was nice. I tried to get into Comedy Works. Did not get into Comedy Works. I'll get in.
Are you allowed back to the Comedy Works?
Yeah, okay. I just didn't get in. And
that's all that matters. As long as you don't have a picture on the wall.
No. Hopefully, there's a picture of me on the wall that says, "Next time this guy shows up, definitely let him in."
Yeah.
Because I went on after I didn't get into Comedy Works, I did go on a little heater, dude, and I was getting them.
You were burning it down, huh?
I had a good time. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, they were nice spots. And then
you think it was just the energy was hot, and you were just feeling it?
I'm much better on the road than I'm at home, to be honest.
I wonder if that's like I'll never see these people again.
It's 100% I'll never see these people again, and so just like I let in a little bit, and
that's awesome.
I don't really temper myself very well.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could go one of two ways. I could just piss everybody off, and they'll be like, "Yeah," but it is.
You do that here all the time.
If I eat dicks, if I eat it, I'm out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But so did some spots, and then we toured the Broncos Stadium.
Yeah, you were in heaven.
I was in heaven.
You sent us a picture to the group chat.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm literally crying right now, and I was like, I bet.
Yeah, dude, it was 7-8-year-old Gunnar's
absolutely
literal dream come true.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. Down on the field, checking it out, and then went to Ball Arena, got some T-shirts, and first thing we did though when we got there was go to the zoo. Home sweet home, baby. Yeah, it was so good. Did the zoo.
Denver Zoo's a big one, right?
It's fairly big.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the National Zoo.
Okay.
But there's an otter at the National Zoo that's being housed while they rebuild an otter
auditorium.
Dude.
That just came to me.
And something like that's an otter, sea lion. I can't tell the difference. But I can't remember which one.
I got you.
And auditorium's so good. Fuck you. And so he's being housed at the DC Zoo. And I was like, hey, we can actually go see that one and be like, hey, buddy.
When you get there, I've been there.
It's going to be so nice.
When you get to where you're going, just remember, I've been there.
Yeah, I was there. I saw it for you. I could just go give like a scouting report of the area. Dude, you're going to love it.
They got 2 logs.
Come here. Come here. You're going to love this. Let me tell you what's going on. Hey, can I talk to Kevin?
You sound like a weird modeling agent.
Let me tell you what's going on. Yeah, so did that. I mean, we went to Red Rocks. We went
So
to
you did all of Denver.
Estes Park. We rode horses. Did some little mountain climbing horses. So that was nice. Dude, we just rocked it out. We went to Casa Bonita. Dude, can I tell you about
Go for it.
Can I tell you about Casa Bonita? First of all, yeah, the South Park guys own it, but it's not. The very little South Park touches.
Yeah. They just bought it to keep it alive.
Correct.
Yeah.
You go in the first of all, it's in a strip mall, which is the most insane thing. I didn't know it was in a strip mall. We went to places outside in the strip mall. I thought we were still in Casa Bonita, dude. I couldn't tell. So it's in a strip mall. Two, once you realize it wasn't the South Park guy's idea, you go, like, once that settles in, because there is some things, and, you know, they're like, oh, yeah, they saved it, blah, blah, blah. But once you're walking around, you're like, who the fuck thought of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go in there, and you're like, this is somebody's fentanyl dream.
It's funny because you guys were telling us about this Casa Bonita trip.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling it. Not the Colorado trip, the Casa Bonita trip.
Yeah, we flew all the way out there for Casa Bonita.
Yeah. And as you guys were describing it, I was like, I think I've been there before because I went and visited my dad that lived out in Colorado. And what gave it away to me was the divers.
Yeah, there are divers in there.
And I was like, I remember going to a place, and bear with me here. I said, yeah, they had divers indoors.
Yeah.
And then they had this hollow bread that you fill with honey. And you were like, yeah, sopapilla. I was like, look, we don't have to judge me, okay?
Sopapillas, dude.
Yeah. But I was really young. And I was like, there's no way it's the same place because it wasn't a South Park thing. But I didn't realize.
They just bought it,
Yeah. They were just contributing back to their community.
Let me just tell you what's all at Casa Bonita. First of all, it's 400 floors. Maybe.
Yeah.
Give or take. Right? Divers. Okay. A mariachi band. This all happened at the same time, by the way.
Yeah.
Mariachi band. Puppet show. There's a tunnel maze in there.
Isn't there like trees all over the place too?
There's trees.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
4,000 bars. And there's a gift shop. There's so much going on. There's fortune tellers. There's magic.
Fortune tellers.
There's a theater in Casa Bonita.
Really?
Yeah, and they did a magic show, a silent magic show. Look, first of all, they pitched it as a magic show. Then you're sitting in this auditorium, this theater, and they're like, hey, ready for some comedy magic? And I was like, great, here we go. What is this, Nate Bargatze's opener?
I was going to ask if it was Ann Teller.
And then it was not. It was silent, and you're like, the guy doesn't talk, and you're like, oh, great. Hilarious, by the way.
I imagine it was so funny.
It was very funny. The magic was great.
If you're going to do a magic comedy show and not speak, it better be hilarious.
It was hot. And, yeah, just like everybody's in it. It's just like into it, and they just do the right thing. Like, everybody just like is in character the whole time, which is nice. And there's face painting. I forgot all the things I've listed. But anyways, it's crazy.
They got everything.
They've got a museum. They have like old arcade games. They have an arcade, like a full arcade in there.
No shit.
Yeah, dude. It was Casa Bonita.
It sounds like a great time.
Mi casa es su Casa Bonita, dude.
Literally all I remember about it was the sopapillas and people diving.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
But it's probably way more now than what it was back then.
It's not.
Really?
That's the crazy part about it. It's nothing more. Oh, there's a guy in a gorilla costume that just walks around with diving trunks on.
Why not?
I don't know why, but I don't know why not either, right? And so, yeah, it's not. They didn't change anything.
That's awesome.
They just do what they do.
This business model's working. Let's keep on doing it.
I don't know if it's working, to be honest, but they have full security. Yeah. I know that they have full on security because Did
you find out because you were hitting the Julie in there?
No, I did not. Yes, I did hit the Julie in the Casa Bonita. Shout out. But no, I found out because there was so they have a puppet show, which is very funny. But it's a puppet show, and then I'm standing outside.
It'd be so cool if it was like Team America puppet show.
No, it's all hand puppets. One person does the hand puppets.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That one made a little bit of a mess.
Now, I will tell you that's going to make me nervous because I thought maybe the trash can was all the way in the back, and I'm almost done with this drink. So there's...
It's going to make it interesting.
So there's the puppet show, and there's like stadium seating, and then there's a wall. So like you can stand outside of the wall and watch it, but it's for the kids to go sit, right?
Gotcha.
And they say up front, absolutely, there's signs everywhere, absolutely no videoing, no taping, no pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Somebody pulls their phone out and snaps a picture next to me, and immediately I hear, delete it now. And I turn around, and there's a security guard over the lady's shoulder.
That's all they're looking for,
and
too,
I was
probably.
like, whoa. I didn't know where the security guard was.
Yeah. He just appeared.
He just showed up.
That reminds me
I was like, I respect it. I'm ripping a jewel, like fist bumping. I was like, wait a minute, get on, dude.
It's funny you say ripping a jewel because it reminds me of an Atmosphere concert I went to at Rams Head Live in Baltimore.
Shout out. I saw Gwar there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Rams Head Live is awesome.
I met Bam Margera there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I met Slug from Atmosphere there.
Dog.
He was just chilling because it was Atmosphere, Brother Ali, and I think Academics. Either way, it doesn't matter. But we were up in the balcony, and I was looking down over the pit, and you just see this plume of smoke just pop up. Some dude just like lit a joint and hit it.
A cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you just you see the cloud of smoke, and within an instant, you see a head just being dragged out by a yellow shirt. Like security was on top of that dude. I was like, damn, the nerve to light up in the middle of a pit like that. And I understand like the train of thought of like, they're not going to know who did it. They're not going
to find me. Yeah. They know exactly who's doing it.
Yeah. But yeah, he was just like immediately just, you're done.
To get kicked out of a place stinks.
Especially, it was like the opening act.
Yeah.
Like he just got there.
Yeah. Bam Margera was there because Veins of Jenna was there. And
he was just chilling?
Altitude sickness.
That altitude, it'll get you out here.
Yeah. Yeah, Veins of Jenna was there, and I guess Bam Margera, this is like peak Bam Margera time, so like it was so cool to see him. And
so it was almost a bigger deal that people were seeing Bam Margera than whoever was on stage?
No, because he was upstairs, and he was just like in this like quarantined off, and we were looking for a bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And we just happened, and I was like, is that fucking Bam Margera? And the security guard was like...
Was he wearing 8 scarves yet?
No. This was still pro skater.
Yeah. Okay.
Bam Margera. Yeah.
I like it.
And this is newly married Bam Margera.
Okay.
And so we were like, is that Bam Margera over there? And they were like, yeah, that's Bam Margera. And I was like, oh, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
And so we were like, and I'm not a let me go talk to this famous person type.
I'm the same way.
I'm just like, hey, I seen him.
Yeah.
And
I have nothing to offer when I see a famous person.
Right.
And like, all I'm going to do is inconvenience that person.
It feels like an inconvenience, even though like, if I were famous and somebody came up to me, I'd love it.
Yeah.
But I also don't believe I deserve any sort of fame whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, if I love it, then I shouldn't be famous type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, that got down a rabbit hole.
Well, I was going to say,
it was cool to see him.
When I met Slug from Atmosphere,
yeah.
we were there to see Atmosphere. Like, they were my favorite of all time, especially at that time. And we were in line outside of the venue waiting to get in, and I just see him walking like down the line of people.
Yeah.
And he was just meeting and greeting essentially. Like that was his plan, was like, let me go see my people. And people weren't recognizing him. Like he was just walking by and people were just like, what's up, dude? And I was like, that's fucking Slug. And I was like, hey man, I love your work. And I did that thing where I was like, we're going to hear any like Overcast stuff tonight? Like trying to like, hey, I followed you for a long time. He was like, we don't have the production for that anymore. Like, we're well beyond that now.
Yeah.
But he was super cool, and like that was the one time I was ever like, hey, you mind if I get a picture? He was like, yeah, absolutely.
I only have pictures with famous people because somebody in my group was like, hey, you guys should get a picture. Otherwise, I won't ask. I like to meet famous people, and I like to meet them by happenstance. Like Gym Class Heroes. Like I know all those guys. I know one of them, but like I've met all of them.
Yeah.
Because I stepped out to smoke a cigarette after their set, and they happened to be smoking cigarettes out the same place I ended up.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And you just ended up chopping it up with them.
Chopping it up. Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's a cool way to meet somebody famous, especially that you respect.
Yeah. So we did all that. What else am I leaving out? We did everything.
It sounds like you had a full Denver experience.
Oh, it was great. It was so good.
That's
went
cool.
to my hometown, had lunch. Only thing we didn't do was stop in a King Soopers, which did bum me out.
I don't know what that is.
It's just a grocery store.
Oh, okay. There's something to that though. Like the grocery store that you grew up with.
Yeah.
You have an affinity for it. And like people from Florida will swear up and down that Publix is the greatest
Publix stinks.
grocery store you've ever gone to. And their claim to fame is, you ever had a pub sub? Yeah. It's the same as everywhere else.
Pub sub.
Yeah.
Can I tell you one knock against the state of Colorado, which I didn't realize?
The altitude?
No. No sheets.
No sheets.
There's no sheets in Colorado.
If you're not from, I would say the East Coast.
That's fucking with me.
Yeah. I think sheets is pretty much an East Coast thing, right?
Yeah.
But they're not as far down south as Florida.
No.
I think they kind of stop in like the Carolinas, actually.
I was really bummed out. No sheets.
So if you're not from the East Coast, let's say the Carolinas up to Pennsylvania, and you haven't experienced a Sheetz convenience store, gas station, you're missing out.
I mean, there's Sheetz in Jersey, New York.
Okay, so they're all the way up that way too. Okay. Yeah. But yeah.
Sheetz.
If you're ever out this way.
And nothing comparable.
Yeah. That's tough.
That was tough. Because I live at a Sheetz.
Yeah.
I live at Sheetz.
I'll go out of my way
to hit a Sheetz.
Even if I'm just getting gas.
I know. Well, we were supposed to go grab beers today. And you were like, no, somebody else is picking them up. I was low-key super bummed we didn't drive to a Sheetz.
I'm sorry that I took that away from you.
Yeah, you took my Sheetz runner away. I haven't been to a Sheetz
since you left.
Since I left for Denver.
That's a bummer. Mm-hmm. The one that you pass
I'm
on.
I'm so scared of this, by the way.
I'm excited.
Are you nervous?
Not at all.
Okay.
Just don't hit the TV. Anything else over there will be just fine.
Oh, my God. I can do this.
You can.
Who's going to clean this up? I'm going to have to clean it up.
Oh, yeah, you for sure.
Dude, do I get double points if I get this?
Sure.
No, I don't want double points. I want to not get a miss.
It's double miss. Double miss if you miss it.
One make if I make it?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I'm going to put an asterisk. No. No double nothing.
You can put an asterisk next to it.
I'm sweating. This is a glass bottle.
Is it?
My hand's getting sweaty.
I'm so excited.
Bro.
Like, best case scenario, it hits that wine bottle that's sitting on the bottom of that can.
Okay, there is glass in the can.
Yes.
Which means it can be done.
Oh!
I missed.
That was a miss.
That was a miss. However, the light took all the momentum off of it.
Dikembe shut it down in front of you. But the curtain softened the blow, so it didn't shatter. Are you
ever
okay?
feel like you ever think there's an extra step?
You look like an idiot.
Yeah. You ever think there's an extra step and so your heart goes into your asshole?
Yeah.
And then it takes a little while to recover?
That's where you're at right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm not doing okay. So,
speaking of extra step, last week one day my wife was leaving for work, and I was brushing my teeth getting ready to leave for work, and she was going up the stairs, and I just heard clunk, 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 clunk. Like before I could make the step to get out of the bathroom, she was like, "I didn't fall, I'm fine." And she just
you totally fell.
I heard her heels on the hardwood upstairs, and so I was like, "Okay, I'm glad you're all right." And so when I was leaving, I was walking up the stairs, and she has this little S keychain, and I was walking up the stairs, and I just see the S laying on the stairs. Oh, so when she fell, she must have like had her knee on the keychain and just got up real quick. And I took a picture of it. I was like, "You didn't fall, huh?" She was like, "My pride was a little hurt." But she was okay for those concerned.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad you had a good trip. It sounds like the whole family enjoyed it too.
Yeah, they did.
I appreciate the picture updates you guys kept sending. That was cool.
Yeah.
It was like we were cruising along with you on your trip.
We had to let everybody know we were safe. And to cap it all off, went to the DNVR bar. Mm-hmm. Shout out DNVR. Shout out Ryan Koenigsberg.
Can you explain
Zach Stevens,
what the
all them
DNVR bar is? Because I didn't know.
So yeah, so DNVR is just it's a sports media company, and so they also opened a bar, and they host all of their shows out of the attic, like the top floor of this bar. Okay. And so like I've been riding with them since 2017. I'm a lifetime member, and so like I've definitely gotten to know them. In a sense. You know what I mean? And yeah, it was just super cool. I've always wanted to visit this bar. It happened to be we were staying 6 minutes away from this place.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so just rode over there and checked it out, and it's just a wonderful place. Go check it out. If you're ever in the Denver metro area, I mean, it's hot. They cover, they're getting ready. This is a hot weekend for them because they're covering the Nuggets playoffs, the Avs playoffs. So they're rocking and rolling, man.
It sounds perfect because anytime I go, somewhere unfamiliar, I like to find the cool, like, local sports bar. Mm-hmm. And that place,
that's the one.
That place sounds like the place to be.
That's the bar to go. Yeah. That's the place. If you want to talk sports, that's them. Yeah. And all the staff that work there know sports, too. So it's like they're just aware of what's going on, which is nice.
That is very cool. And it sounds like the kind of place where, like, even if there's nothing major going on, like they'll have disc golf on or something like that. Like, there's going to be something on at all times.
Well, they just had all the games going on.
That's awesome.
In there. Somebody wanted to watch the Rangers game, and they're like, yeah, no problem.
That brewery that we went to yesterday, they had ESPN 8, the Ocho on.
Is that going on right now?
It's just a channel. They always got something.
Oh, I thought it was just a time.
It may be, but I
Oh, that's when it goes to ESPN. There's like a special week when regular ESPN shows the Ocho.
Gotcha. But they had the Quidditch finals were on, and I was captivated. I don't know anything about it, but just watching these kids running around with like PVC pipe between their legs, I was like, this is...
You ever caught yourself watching the Hobby Horse?
No. I've seen like reels on Instagram and stuff, and I'm just like, this is a thing.
We went to Boba after, this has nothing to do with sports, but we went to, my daughter wanted to get boba tea, and it was right next to Casa Bonita.
Okay.
And so like we could have still been at Casa Bonita. I really don't know.
Casa Bonita sells boba.
You leave the storefront and they're like, sorry, the parking lot's now Casa Bonita. And so we go in there, dude, and they had K-pop videos on while we're waiting, and I was captivated. I was like, are you watching this? I don't know what they're saying, but it's just weird.
It's just colors and visuals and, yeah.
47 people doing the same dance, and they're all in the band. They're like, are you sure?
It's funny, the idea of like you leave Casa Bonita and then you go to Pikes Peak and you get up to the top and you go to take a picture and some guy's just like, delete it right now.
I'm still in Casa Bonita.
Damn it, I can't get out of here.
That's a good bit, actually. That'd be a hilarious skit. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. All right, well, I've taken up enough of the time.
I'm happy to hear about it.
It was great. It was great. Can't wait to go back. Got to get in the Comedy Works.
Yeah. I feel like next time you go, it's going to be, you're a shoo-in.
I hope so. I was having a good time.
I like that term, a shoo-in.
Shoo-in. There was something I had. It don't matter. Bucket time. Hey, thanks, everybody. Hey, look at this, Zach.
I know, dude. It's packed, and I love everything about it.
You guys are fucking rock stars. And all of our new stickers. We got some new stickers. Breck Brew Crew. Shout out to them.
Breck Brew Crew.
Anyways, so far away.
I like that you had them in your hand and then you did it the hard way.
I made myself. All right, first topic. Lady Gaga.
Love her.
Yeah?
Absolutely
You a
love
Lady
her.
Gaga fan?
I love her to death.
Continue. I mean, it's a talking show, Zach.
She's beautiful.
Yeah?
I got a big crush on her.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you know what I think I like about her so much is that, like, you see pictures of her all the time, and, like, she kind of just has that look of, like, you could run into her and be like, I don't think that's her.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She looks like just a normal person, and I like it. But then she puts on a meat suit, and I love it even more.
Yeah. There. When I was in Denver, I went to this. I had this spot at this bar called The Last Resort, and right next door was an Irish joint. Not the one I went to, but it was like a Celtic bar or whatever. And they were like they were playing just oldies, and for some reason, Radio Gaga by Queen kept coming on. And the whole time I'm listening to it, I was like, is that where Lady Gaga got her name from?
Hey, I could see it.
Look it up.
Look it up. Good call.
You typed like a fucking weirdo.
Sorry, the mic's in my way.
What does it say?
Lady Gaga. No relation to Queen.
No.
She is the queen.
She's a queen, though.
Yeah. Interesting. I thought for sure we'd find something different in that search.
Shout out, Lady Gaga.
I love her to death. Some of her songs, I whatever, but she as a person, love her.
I think it's funny that Lady Gaga and Eminem both released a song around the same time called Abracadabra.
I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I realized it. I took
You pay attention to the charts, though.
Right look at that.
You got your finger on the pulse of the top 40.
Dude, I'm so keyed into pop culture.
Oh, shit. I'm going for another one.
If there's anything that anybody's ever going to say about Gunnar Cain, it's that guy is locked in to what's going on right now.
I've spoken to many people about Gunnar, and they all say the same thing.
Now it's a different Gunnar Cain, but that guy is pretty locked in.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Your most toxic trait. I feel like we're about to get deep.
I feel like we talked about this on the phone on the way.
Yes.
My most toxic trait. Ooh. Somebody call my wife.
We don't want the truth.
Oh, yeah. I think you know what? I'm going to go with what we were talking about because I think that is probably my most toxic trait is thinking somebody's mad at me all the time. and addressing it.
Yeah.
I'll address the shit out of it. I'll be like, I know you're mad.
And everybody around you is like,
nobody's literally even cares that you
dude,
care.
we're fine. Everybody's having a good time.
And you're like, yeah, fuck me, right?
I've experienced this. You're like, why is that guy going off the deep end right now?
Yeah.
We were all having a great time.
What you're doing right now is ruining it. Yeah, because I'm such a piece of shit, aren't I?
I saw the way you two looked at each other when I said that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just go run into traffic and make everybody feel better. That's my most talk for sure and apologizing for it. Oh my God, dude.
I do have a habit of doing that if I've had too much to drink.
Yep.
And my wife is pretty over it.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing to where I'm like, but I just assume you're upset with me because I had too much of a good time. So like the whole drive home, I'm like, hey, I really appreciate you, just hanging out and dealing with me through all that. I realized I was a bit much, and my wife would be like, it's fine.
You're good.
We had a good time. All right, cool. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I know I can be a lot. And she's like, stop apologizing. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'll never apologize again. I'm so sorry that I keep doing it. Dude, it's tough. It's tough. You know what? You know what is funny, though? Is that this is how I know it is we have the same toxic trait is because we do it to each other. Dude, bro, are you okay? Are you mad? Did I do something wrong?
Hey, man, I haven't talked to you in 2 days. Is everything okay?
Yeah, dude, we just talked. We've been texting the whole time. Yeah, but we haven't, and I'm really sorry. Like, did I fuck something up?
We do it back and forth.
Yeah. It's just like, no, I mean, everything's cool. Yeah, that's right. I mean, dude, if you want me to just leave the show, that's fine. Dude, I'll totally understand if you just you wish I were dead. That's okay. And you're like, where is this coming from? All the signs are there.
I just got a vibe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's my most toxic trait because that only really affects like the people closest to me.
Sure.
I think my most toxic trait is like thinking that I can make anything. And like somebody will be like, oh, this would be really cool to have. I'm like, I could totally knock one of those out.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't like asking for like material cost up front.
Sure.
So I'll be out like $400 before I even start the project, and then now like my heart's just not in it anymore. So like if I commit to making something for someone, like I really have to like hit it hard like that next weekend.
Right.
Otherwise it's not getting done, and I'll spend the next 6 months making excuses.
Yeah, dude.
Here's the thing, man. Material costs right now are crazy. You don't want to buy this stuff right now.
Yeah, you don't want me. You already have it. You hold on to the stuff until you forget how much it costs, and then you're like, exactly. I have all this stuff laying around. That's not a big deal.
Or I'll use their materials for somebody else's project. I've done that before.
No, yeah, outside of like just like family and close friends, I'd probably say my most toxic trait is just I know I'm the best time to be around. So, and that stresses other people out who are a good time to be around, but like I am the best time to be around. And that's something, you just don't want to do to people out.
It's a lot of weight to put on other people's shoulders.
It is, because it's not like, are you sure you want me to come out? Because I'm going to have to take control of the whole situation.
You're going to try to measure up to me the whole time. And
yeah, actually, I do that. I do like to be the center of attention.
I think we both do.
Yeah.
Like, my family always makes the joke that at any given point, I will stand in the middle of the room and just start talking.
Start saying something?
Yeah. And everybody will sit and listen. And like that, I think they're genuinely interested in what I'm talking about. But they will at some point just be like, you're doing it.
Are you done?
Damn it. I can't help it.
Yeah. Once I
I have interesting things to say.
Once I get a set of eyeballs on me, I get so loud.
What's funny is you see in that moment, and it's not even just with my family. Like, we have friends come over and stuff, and I'll do the same thing here. And scan the room when that's taking place, and look at what my wife's doing. 9 times out of 10, she's scrolling on her phone, just so disinterested in anything I have to say. Probably because she's hearing it for like the 12th time.
You've been rehearsing what you're saying.
The whole drive there.
What if I say this?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm going to bring up.
Hey, babe, you remember that joke I made a couple weeks ago? I'm going to try that out here tonight.
Yeah, hey, can you lead me into this thing?
At some point, just say pineapples. That's all I need.
Yeah. No, dude, it's crazy. We're not the best to be around.
But at the end of the day, we're attempting to provide for people something.
Right.
So are we really that bad?
No, we're the best.
We're so involved in ourselves. We started a podcast.
I don't know what this means.
Okay.
It says crusty white dogs.
It feels racial.
It does, doesn't it?
Crusty and white, just
Dogs.
it hits a little different.
Maybe it means feet.
Yeah.
If it means that, I'm not talking about it.
Me neither. I hate feet so much.
All right.
And the thought of crusty feet is just, yeah, grab something else.
Don't ever do that again.
Maybe they meant to write crusty white dog shit and they just got distracted.
Yeah, maybe. All right. It's here we go. What is the stranger? What's the stranger?
There's so much buildup.
It says a poll of what the stranger is when jerking off. Is it your non-dominant hand, or there's nothing on the back,
Oh, cliffhanger.
or is it maybe when you sit on your hand and it goes numb?
Okay.
Which one is the stranger? Who's the stranger?
I've always thought that it's your non-dominant hand, but the idea of letting your hand fall asleep, yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Let's put it out as a poll.
Everybody try each within the next week.
Yeah, here's a poll. What's the stranger when you're jerking off? Is it 1, bing, is it your non-dominant hand, or is it when you let your hand fall asleep? Yeah, we're going to put this out as a poll. All right. Yeah, do another one.
Let us know.
I don't know what's happening. See, this is a problem. I talk too much, and now we can't get into anything.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is one for us.
Okay.
Public drunkenness.
For it.
All for it.
All for the public is so much nicer when you're drunk.
It's so true. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was
How
at,
good is the public?
Yeah. Not great.
Right. And so then be drunk. Now how good is the public?
Pretty tolerable.
It's the best place to be, to be honest. Public?
I could be at home right now, but I'm out here
I'm in public.
with the people.
They're enjoying me.
Yeah. Look at how social I am right
Look
now.
at the gift I'm giving the world by being in public.
So it all depends on if you're an angry drunk or a happy drunk. Angry drunk in public,
No good.
nobody wants to be around that.
No.
But happy drunk in public, I don't care what our backgrounds are. I'll get along with you.
Buddy, you start using your outside voice outside, dude. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, I'll gravitate.
Oh. Hey.
I heard you talking to that tree earlier. I was wondering if you could tell me what it said.
That's a good tree. I tell you, he's got a family,
That's a solid oak right there.
living off a pension. He put in his 30 years, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, public drunkenness can be fun in moderation.
In moderation.
Like most things.
You can't be drunk in every public you are.
True. Mm-hmm. Tried that at court one time. That didn't go well.
I think that's more of a private event.
It was a public hearing. There was other people from my community there.
4 drunk in public.
You see, Your Honor, I got this way so you could understand. I'm trying to get you in the moment.
Yeah. I'm being a method defendant.
Do you think anybody's ever used the drunk me and sober me are two different people argument in court?
No. Yes.
You're going to have to take that up with drunk me.
Give me 15 minutes.
Can we get a recess?
Can I get 15 minutes and a sixer? You'll get your answers.
Oh, I'll start singing, baby.
That guy is a wreck.
Sir, please stop calling me baby. You can refer to me as ma'am or Your Honor.
Doing cocaine in the bathroom. I've never done cocaine. But I imagine the bathroom is nice.
It's the coke room.
So, yeah, you have the coat room, the coke room.
That's why they got all those flat surfaces in there.
That's why it's called a powder room.
I got to go powder my nose.
Oh, my God. Is that what they mean?
It might be.
Oh.
It might be.
Is that it?
It might be.
I got to go powder my nose? I got to go get a little bumpskis?
I can't wait until we're out in public again.
Holy shit.
When I go to the bathroom, I'm saying it every time.
Is that what it means?
It might be. In some circles, I'm sure it's exactly what it means.
Doing cocaine in the bathroom. Like, yeah, let's think about... I heard the baby change... This is crazy. I heard the baby changing station was the best place because it's typically the cleanest place.
Until it's been there for a week. Now it's got coke residue all over it.
Well, it's usually the thing that's last cleaned. And I think they're like...
I would think the baby changing station would be the least clean thing in the room.
No, because parents will come in there with their baby, and so they clean it off to make sure that their baby doesn't get anything on them. And then they wipe it down because they know it's a messy process.
That makes sense.
And it's an antibacterial.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't know. Where I work, it's an old facility. And the bathrooms in one building, it was like the last building to be renovated. But in all the stalls, they had like this little fold down table. It was only like this big.
Yeah, for like your phone and stuff.
Yeah, but I think like back then, because it was like in the 70s, this place was built. And so I think back then it was like, I just thought of a note that I got to write down.
Oh, yeah.
You know, while you're in there doing your business. But I've heard stories from the guys that have been there forever. Like, people were definitely bumping
Those are
in
coke
there.
tables. Yeah.
And it's funny because you go in and you'd flip them down and look, and you could see, like, wear lines where, like, that's where Toby goes on his 15 4 times a day.
Dude, I bet it's nice.
I do like a bar, like a dive bar, where you go in and they've got a sign that says, "Please don't do coke in our bathroom." Yeah. I'm like, I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
This is a cool place.
Stop doing coke in the bathroom.
Because you know people are definitely doing coke in that bathroom.
Absolutely. Kind of want to get drunk in public and do coke in somebody's bathroom at this point.
All right. I'm going to need you on this one.
All right.
The 14th Amendment.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know what the 14th is. Is that
to bear arms?
No, that's the second. 14th, I feel like, is women's right to vote.
I'm all for it.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, because we vote on some shit, and we shouldn't be voting on some shit. Let me tell you, there are some things we should not be voting on. There's some things I would like to see a system where it's ladies' votes only.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's some things we shouldn't be voting on.
We can't possibly have the knowledge to vote properly.
Right. Exactly, like whether or not being drunk in public should be illegal.
Exactly.
We would vote against.
Yeah.
Women would be like, no drunken publics. And we'll be like, wait
a minute.
it's the best place to be.
Yeah. Oh, so I can't go in public anymore.
Oh, great.
Oh, so no fun. I didn't realize this was Germany in 1943.
Yeah, what are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? You took away my drunken publics?
Look, I'm sorry. If that is indeed the 14th Amendment, which we're just rolling with. Let's look it up. Yep. Women's suffrage.
Is suffrage the worst word?
It feels like the worst word.
I never understood the term suffrage as being voting for women.
Yeah, I think it was just rights in general.
Was it?
Like equal rights for women, yeah. I believe. I really thought you were gonna handle this one.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah. Women should absolutely be allowed to vote. I don't think it's a question.
Yeah,
when it's written into the bucket, I take it as a yes or no.
Oh, yeah. For it, we'll allow it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I do agree with you. I think that's a good point. Like
there should be things that only women are allowed to vote on.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we don't have to get into the nitty gritty of it.
I think the drunken public's a pretty good one. I was trying to think of something funny and not super serious. And I'm not very funny.
Like, here's a good one. Should brunch be on days other than Sundays?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would convince my wife, to the best of my ability, to vote yes on that one. I think brunch should be every day. Brunch is the best.
Brunch is nice as fuck.
I love brunch so much.
We went to brunch at this place called the Delectable Egg.
Nice. Oh, I saw your post about that.
Yeah.
What did you say? You were like, I'm not a good egg. I'm a delectable egg.
Yeah. Oh, he's a good egg, bitch. I'm a delectable
That was
egg.
it, yeah. I love a good brunch. There's a new brunch spot right down the street. It used to be a Pizza Hut, and then it was a Moe's Southwest Grill, and now it's, I can't remember the name, but it's omelet is in the name. And I saw, like, it said coming soon, and I was like, I called my wife immediately. I was like, we have to go. I don't care if their food's terrible, but we're going. But I like a nice local spot. That's why we like coming out your way so much, because there's so many places.
Local spots.
Yeah.
Keep on coming out my way.
I know. It's a good time out there.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. You can't hate on it.
I'm really making a conscious effort to support local businesses lately too. I'm really trying to make an effort to do that.
Well, that's when we were in Denver. That's where I was like, no, because we were talking about going out to eat or whatever, and somebody was like, oh, can we go to Chili's? That's probably my daughter. She loves Chili's. And
I don't blame her. Chili's is awesome.
I was like, no, we're not going to Chili's. That's crazy. I didn't fly 1,700 miles to go to Chili's.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I came out here for the delectable egg.
No, I'm with you 100%. And similarly, we were on a work trip. A bunch of my coworkers and I were down. It was only in Richmond, so it wasn't like we were super far away.
Yeah.
But anytime I'm away from my house, I'd rather go someplace that I can't.
It's just there. Yeah.
That I can't find back home.
Exactly.
So we were finishing up the first day of the class, and we all got together, and we were like, so what are we thinking for dinner? And 4 of them were like, oh, we're going to Outback. I was like, what? We're in a new place. Why wouldn't we go someplace local?
That's what I'm saying.
But I also understand like
now,
that.
I will say, if I'm at a hotel and there's an Outback Steakhouse next door to my hotel,
I'm getting a blooming onion.
I'm getting a motherfucking blooming onion, dog. I'll tell you that. I mean,
but we ended up
dude's got a snack, you know.
We ended up finding this place called Kickback Jack's, and I think it's a chain, but it's kind of more in like the Richmond area. And me and my friend Troy went every single night, the whole week we were there. So we didn't really branch out, but we were like, they got Southwest egg rolls that are on point.
Bro,
the
a Southwest
bartender
egg
was.
roll is so nice.
It's so good. Especially like every restaurant has their own little special sauce that they make with it. Mm-hmm. It's usually like a Southwestern Chipotle Ranch or something like that. But
Yeah, but it's theirs.
yeah, so good.
Love an egg roll.
I ate Southwest egg rolls every single night when I was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, to go to Outback. And I went to Outback twice.
No, you can't do it.
We got Outback at home. What are you doing?
Yeah. See, that's funny because we don't have an Outback. So when I come up here, I'm like, hey, I know it's a chain, but like I actually can't get Outback.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I have to drive an hour for an Outback.
Yeah.
And so like I want a blooming onion.
Yeah.
But now I got it. Mm-hmm. And I still want it every day. Every day I want a blooming onion.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It is good.
All right, let's close this one up.
All right.
This has been a fun one.
This was fun. I'm glad you're back, by the way.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
We normally don't see each other for a week at a time,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason, knowing you're halfway across the country, I was like, I'm missing.
Way more than halfway.
That's true.
It's way more than halfway.
I look at the Rockies as the halfway point, though.
It's way more than halfway.
Because once you get to the Rockies, it's all uphill from there.
What's after Colorado?
Did you get my
It's
joke?
California. No. I didn't even listen to
I
it.
said once you get to the Rockies, it's all uphill from there.
So that's a funny thing. I do want to point this out. So that's a funny thing about Colorado. So everything is down. I got to go down.
True.
I'm going down there. I'm going down to whatever. That's what I talk about, I'm going down to Zak's. And it's like, well, he's north.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're talking about.
But your elevation where you are
talking
is
about
probably higher
elevation.
than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe. But everything's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's see, in Pennsylvania, it's the opposite. Everything's up there.
I'm going up there.
I'm going up there to the.
Mike Tomlin out there. That Mike Tomlin up there.
Steelers up there at Heinz Field.
Them Steelers up there, and that goddamn Mike Tomlin, he don't know what he's doing. I'll tell you that. No more accents, Zach. All right.
The accents are here to stay.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. If you want your topic read on the Bucket Boys podcast, which is this, I don't know why I just said all that. Email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. Hit us up on TikTok at Bucket Boys Pod, and watch us again, full video on YouTube at the Bucket Boys Podcast, and shoot us some DMs on Instagram at Bucket Boys Podcast. Yeah, rate, review, subscribe, all that jazz.
Follow.
Great musical, by the way, Chicago. And yeah, follow us. Zach, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Zak_shoots_.
Hell yeah, and you can find me everywhere at Gunnar Cain Comedy. Love you guys. We gotta get out of here. Zach, what do you want to try to do?
Let's go smoke some cigarettes.
Hell
Take our
yeah.
shirts off, you think?
Yeah, it's nice out. Let's go.
Yeah, it's decent weather.
Peace.